Okay, good evening, everybody. This is Flickalova 2000, and I'm going to be making an early New Year's Eve Q&A video. And you can ask me anything you'd like for this stream, in this stream. And while we're waiting for questions, I'm going to play wonderful water toy that I showed you many times back in the previous videos, so So of course, the top left of the picture is the dash transformation one. E to DVD VHS collector and program breaker 2K5. Hey, I made a surprise for you. Did you see the surprise? Did you see the surprise video I did for you just yesterday? Season 8 of Thomas and Friends isn't really as good as the classic series. Well, oh, I made this for you on archive.org yesterday. I know you were a very big fan of Thomas the Tank Engine, so I'll tell you what it is, though. It was the classic series Thomas and Friends theme from the 1980s with the PBS Kids sound font that I made you eat a DVD and VHS collector and program breaker 2K5. So, oh, your 16th birthday's coming soon. Wow. That's amazing. So, what PBS Kids logos did you see on Thomas and Friends back when you watched it back at that time? Dash logo one when I recorded the season 12 airing called Being Careful, containing the episodes Thomas and the Billboard and Steady Eddie, and the PBS Kids Dash logo of the recording. Yeah, but what episode was it? Or something with dash transformation? Was it season 8, season 9, season 10, season 11, or season 12? Wow. Did you actually see the 1999 dot logo on Thomas and Friends? I saw the 1999 dot logo once at the end of the season 9 episode. Speaking of Thomas and Friends, I made a surprise for you. I hope you I hope you enjoy this DVD and VHS collector. Alright, so I just sent a link. So now I'm going to tell you the PBS Kids logos I saw. You know, I saw all 6 of them, but some of the variants I saw more than others. So in 2003, I saw all 6 of the original PBS Kids logos, but I saw some of them a lot more than I did with the others. So that's what I was getting into. So the 1999, so there are 6 of the original PBS Kids logos. The first 2 are from 1999. The next two are from 2000, involving transformation. And the last 2 were animated primal screen in 2002. So we're going to talk about the first 2 from 1999, starting with Dash. So the 1999 Dash logo starts with a close-up of Dash's eye, and then the camera zooms out, and then it reveals it is a boy named Dash, and then he would point his finger in his head like this, and then he would scratch it, and then go doink, and then the circle would zoom out, and then the thought bubble would form with the letters PBS on it. Dash's face would appear in the logo in the Dash version, and the color of the stripes in that logo, or the color background when the circle zooms out, is a vertical pink and white vertical stripe background. There was also a PBS Kids video version of the Dash logo, where it sometimes used the dot logo's audio for an apparent reason. So there actually were 2 kids video versions, one that cut it to black and used the correct audio, and one that faded out using the dot logo's audio. And then the 1999 dot logo, on the other hand, has dot running. Okay, so the 1999 PBS Kids dot logo, on the other hand, starts with Dot running from a faraway angle to a closer angle to the screen and presses her fingers against it. And then goes to one side and then and then the and then Dot would smile, and the circle would zoom out like before. The thought bubble would form. This would appear in the logo, and Dot's and Dot's color background of stripes with of course, the Dash version that cut it to black, in the kids' video version that cut it to black, it has the correct Dash logo's audio on it. And then for the one that faded out, it had the Dot logo's audio on it. Because I've seen those kids' video versions before, and I could tell you exactly what happens in them. So, in 2003, the shows I saw with the 1999 Dash logo back when I was watching in 2003, the shows I saw with the 1999 PBS Kids Dash logo when I was watching PBS Kids at the time back in 2003 were the shows with the Dash logo that I saw in 2003 were Barney and Friends, Teletubbies, Sesame Street, Clifford the Big Red Dog, Teletubbies, Booba, Sogwa the Chinese Siamese Cat, Caillou, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, George Shrinks, and shows like that, and Dragon Tales as well. I saw the Dash logo on Dragon Tales as well. The shows I saw with the night, and the shows I saw with the 1999 Dot logo back in 2003 were the shows Dragon Tales as well, along with Sogwa the Chinese Siamese Cat, and JG the Jet Plane, and Teletubbies, and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and the shows I saw. All right, those were the two 1999 logos. Now we're going to talk. Wow. The One Sesame Street Season 34 episode I saw had the Dash logo with the Dot transformation audio, and a Liberty's Kids episode. How did you know that an episode of Liberty's Kids had the Dot transformation logo's audio and the Dash logo? And now we're going to talk about the next two PBS Kids logos involving transformation. Of course, there's Dash transformation. Let's start with Dash transformation. Okay, so the PBS Kids Dash transformation bumper starts off on a lime green background, on a dark green background with lime green circles. So the PBS Kids Dash transformation logo starts with a close-up of Dash's eye. Transformation logo starts off on a grass green background with lime green circles. Dash would start off as a caveman before becoming a scuba diver. Changes from land to water, from green to blue. And then after Dash transforms into a scuba diver, he becomes a robot, and then Dash would grab the letters PBS with a pair of magnetic robot-like arms. And then after Dash grabs the letters, he would turn into Dash's circular PBS Kids logo. He would turn into Dash's circular PBS Kids logo, and the background would become a pale of bubbles wobbling and shaking on it, with dark blue bubbles wobbling and shaking, that is. And as for the PBS Kids dot transformation bumper, on the other hand, starts off a similar way. Oh, and in a dash transformation bumper, dot can be seen in the background, while the dot round. Now, the PBS Kids dot transformation bumper, on the other hand, starts with Dot as a tiger, then he transforms, and then she transforms an astronaut, and then after Dot turns into an astronaut, she would float up like she does in space, Joy, and then she would turn into Dot's PBS Kids logo blue background with a bunch of stars in the sky. Now, back in 2003, the shows I saw with the back in 2003, when I was watching PBS Kids in 2003, I only saw the dash transformation variant on Arthur. And I saw the dot transformation variant in 2003 on Arthur as well. And I also saw the dot transformation one on Clifford the Big Red Dog. And oh yeah, Clifford the Big Red Dog episode I was watching had an audio error in the dot where the dot transformation logo had used the Snow Globe logo's audio on it, and it was the episode's A Big Help and the Trouble with Kittens that had that error. Saw a similar error where it had the reverse transformation logo's audio playing a dot transformation logo. And yes, there was an abridged dash transformation bumper on Arthur the Big Riddle. And now we're going to go into the animated Primal Screen. Of course, there existed two variants, the fishbowl and the globe. First, we're going to talk about the fishbowl. The PBS Kids fishbowl logo starts off on a green background with Dash looking at a goldfish in the fishbowl. He would come close to the fishbowl, and in the background would change from a lime green to a nice clear colored background, and Dash would turn into an orange goldfish, and then after Dash turns into the goldfish, he gets swallowed by Dot, and then the bubbles would transition to the circular PBS Kids logo. For some reason, the dot version of the PBS Kids logo is shown on the fishbowl logo, even though Dash was shown most of the time. For some reason, Alright. For some reason, Dot's PBS Kids logo is shown in the fishbowl logo, despite Dash being shown most of the time. And the bubbles would transition to... Yes, the closing the Arthur's Terrible teasers had the last few seconds of Stolen Bike, and then the Arthur Online local library promo, and then the Arthur funding the Teddy Grams commercial, which Post Alphabets was incorrectly sponsored in the back cover for some reason, the Chuck E. Cheese's commercial, the opening door one, and the Arthur funding from seasons 7 through 8 with the green background used for seasons 1 through 4 reruns, and then the PBS Kids Dash transformation logo. Kidio commercial, and then the Sony Wonder Online bumper. So, all right, one more try, and then maybe a little restart on the computer would do.